Hey everyone, it is Dani and welcome to this update video this evening. I hope you guys are doing great. And as we can see on this map here, 3 disturbances marked for potential development, but it is likely that 2 of them won't become anything much over the next couple of days. And the most recently marked disturbance this afternoon is a tropical wave which has recently emerged off the coast of Africa. And so we'll be taking a look at all that is happening, the potential of seeing something actually become of it, as well as that major rainfall increase across the eastern Caribbean in that trough that could make its way to the southeastern US. And I'll try to condense this information as best as possible while being informative. So before I go into details, please do subscribe if you haven't yet done so and tap the bell so that you never miss an important update. Alright, so we're going to be starting out with this satellite imagery, and here we can see that there is a lot going on across some areas this afternoon. So we're going to be starting out with parts of the northwestern Caribbean, going to the Bahamas, the Gulf, and here we can see that there is some thunderstorm activity across some areas in the Gulf of Mexico and also in the northwestern Caribbean, some spots in Cuba, going to the Yucatan Peninsula as well near the Cayman Islands and even into Jamaica and over Florida and parts of the Bahamas. But there isn't a whole lot for Jamaica. For most of the island, it has been a pretty sunny day, maybe overcast for some spots. And there we see all that thunderstorm activity. Now that is in association with one of the disturbances, and let's go on to it. So we're seeing here that as of the latest, the chance is at 10% for development, and it is unlikely that it's going to become anything significant, but nonetheless, with producing that much rainfall activity, it could bring heavy rainfall to some spots in the Bahamas, the northwestern Bahamas, maybe even going to the southeastern states of the US. So if you're in Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, you might want to continue to keep an eye on this system here. Of course, I'll be keeping you guys posted as time goes by, but significant development is unlikely. This chance here has decreased. And so let's return to the map, and we're going to be heading a bit more to the east. So for Hispaniola, we're seeing that there is a bit of activity across some spots, going to Puerto Rico right now, the Virgin Islands, and most of the Lesser Antilles. There is a lot of activity. It's looking pretty messy over there with that tropical wave moving through. So 95L is not expected to become anything significant. It should continue to move on a westward track, but any significant development is unlikely, and it is also given a 10% chance of development. So it's highlighted in yellow, and we're seeing that 10% being marked there. So it should continue westward. But as it is going to be making its way by, it could enhance the moisture across the area, increasing the rainfall chance for areas such as Hispaniola, going to Jamaica, and also as it is going to be making its way over into Central America. But throughout today, though, there has been a lot of rainfall across many areas. I saw the comments from you guys, even flooding across some spots as well, and even some gusty winds. And so you can let me know what's happening this evening for you, or what has happened through today. And even the ABC Islands, which has been vacant of any major rainfall activity, is likely experiencing or has experienced some rainfall at some point through today. So let me know what is going on for you guys. And this rainfall activity is likely to persist for some time as we head through the rest of today, and even going into tomorrow. For some areas, there might still be some lingering rainfall. So guys, please don't take any unnecessary risks and take the necessary precautions where required. And going on to Northern South America now, here we can see that there is quite a bit of thunderstorm activity across some spots in Venezuela, going to Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana as well, even in Colombia. And off the coast, you're heading over into the eastern Pacific, and just near Panama, we see lots of showers and thunderstorms as was forecast in this morning's updates by the models. Lots of rainfall within the area. And now on to that latest disturbance. So it is located to the south of the Cabo Verde Islands, and notice this arrow, notice how extensive it is. So as it's going to be making its way across most of the main development region, it is not expected to become anything significant. So it is when it is closer to the Caribbean, we could possibly see some development within that shaded yellow region. That is where we could see something become of this. But as of now, the formation chance is cut off on the map, but it's at 20%. So pretty low chance. Once it is highlighted in yellow, that means the chance is low, less than 40%. So let's let's see what's going to be happening with this, and it is going to seemingly take on a west-northwestward to northwestward track, and in that case it would miss the Caribbean. But let's see what's going to be happening, as I said, and things can change a lot, so we'll see. But models have been sniffing at it potentially developing into something. And let's go on to the ensemble members, starting out with Euro. So here we have them. This goes out to the end of next week, going to around not the end, but near the end of next week, going to around Thursday night. And here we are seeing all these different members, and notice how dispersed they are. Some of them want to take the system a bit closer to the Caribbean, some of them showing that, okay, it's just going to be lingering out there, not going to be coming close to the Caribbean at all. So these are very dispersed, so only time will tell what's going to be happening, and there are many possibilities on the table with this. But as of right now, I'm not expecting anything significant because of the unfavorable conditions out there. I mean, if it is going to be taken on a west-northwestward track, it is going to be encountering a lot of dry air out there. Let's go on to the GFS ensemble members. They're also expecting that this is going to be missing the Caribbean, but they're a little bit tighter and more consistent with this. And in terms of that dry air map now, the Saharan air layer, so these areas of more those oranges, reds, that is where we have those more abundant areas of dry air, lots more dry air within those spots. And as I said, if this is going to be taken on a west-northwestward track, it is going to be moving right into that area of lots of dry air and dust, and that should help to prevent any significant development of the system. So I'm not expecting much from it at this point in time, but let's see how it holds out, and eventually down the line, going into next week, we'll see how things look for the system. But as of now, models are taking it, the different ensemble members are taking it away from the Caribbean, not showing that it will be entering the region. But as I said before, anything can happen, anything can change. And so guys, that is what I wanted to share with you in this update, and I hope you found it to be quite informative. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I will respond as best and as soon as I can. And as always, remember to be weatherwise.